Good evening from Yami BTV again, right? Now, look, I was meant to answer a selection of questions from quite a lot of you while I was on my forced extended break, and it involves the Southport child killer, his status, where he is, and can he be got at by anybody, right? I'll answer this clinically and categorically right now, right? I'm surprised that he is in the young offenders of Wetherby, right? Because in history, through the history that I've been through, when you commit such horrendous crimes, whether you're 17, 18 or not, you normally end up in an adult secure environment away from everybody else, a seg, control units, a unit of some kind where you're all alone, right? But it so works out that they've put him in a youth offenders place now. He's not on normal location. He's not on Rule 43 protection because he can't, because it still means that he has to be surrounded by people. So even if he went on the protection wing, he still wouldn't be safe, would he? He could still be got at from other people from other wings who have got probably a few friends on the protection wing that might not be sex offenders, but might be something else that if you can get him done and that kind of stuff. No. In the YOIs, I'm believing that he comes under the rule of Rule 45, which in an adult prison would be equivalent to Rule 49, which is what I believe Ian Huntley, the Soho child killer, is under, where he's segregated all alone, doesn't really get to see anyone. There's not really much chance of getting at him unless you're in that specific little small space of cells that are only allocated for people like that, and there's somebody else on the same rule as you while you're down there, right? And remember, someone did make a move on Ian Huntley. We'll get to that in a minute. What's his name? The Southport killer is under the same restrictions or same kind of thing. So really, he's being kept safe, right? Because the headlines that he's high risk to be harmed and that, we won't go into too much of that. But what it really means is when you're on your own down in them places, you actually get more, not privileges, but you get more done for you than you would if you was on a normal wing with loads of inmates. Because when you're on your own, the staff have got more time to be at your beck and call and to answer all your applications and what your needs are, who you need to see. You go and exercise on your own, you shower on your own. You only have visits on your own. When you're under those rules there, like Huntley and the Southport killer, you can only go on visits on your own, which won't be the normal visiting hall. It'll be a little cubicle where you live down that little spot there, and it will be a little room with an officer just sitting outside where Southport killer's mum will be visiting and asking him why and all that, right? Can he be got at? Right, now, with Huntley, what happened was on the same rule, but it's Rule 49, as just stated, there was another inmate who got down there on the same rule as Huntley, where he had to be kept alone, away from general population, serious danger, was stabbing people left, right, and centre, risk to prisoners, risk to staff, etc., etc. Well, the officer on duty that day somehow left Huntley's door open. So imagine the door being opened a little bit. Yeah, go and get your shower, and that's just across there, blah, blah, blah. But Damien Folks was unlocked. So was it set up or not? I don't know. But I know the officer might have got suspended, right? So Damien Folks takes it upon himself. I think it was a hit for him to get down there to do Huntley. My personal opinion, right? Don't mean I'm right. But he got into Huntley's cell while the door was slightly ajar, and there was only two of them on that little cubicle there, and he got in with a knife to do Huntley in, but for some reason, he failed the job miserably, and it ended up with Huntley getting him down on the floor and holding him down, and the screws coming to take him away. What a shame, what a disgrace. I don't think he could ever live that down again. How you could have a chance like that, not promoting violence, but I'm just saying in a prison point of view, how you could get a chance in the old days when I used to think, and to get Huntley and he got you. My days, boy. So no, What I'm saying to you, the Southport killer, yeah, in Wetherby at this moment in time, the only way that you could get to him by way of violence, right, or some retribution and that kind of stuff, if there was a similar turnout to what happened when Ian Huntley nearly got it off Damien, folks. All right, that's the only chance that they would ever get, right? And it all depends, in the old days on normal location, it wasn't too unfamiliar for prison officers when sex offenders were on the wing and that kind of thing. Everyone used to turn their back. We know this, don't we? You turn their back and go and look up, go in the tea room, and all of them go missing, so that that person gets beaten up. You know what I mean? And they don't hear the story. Oh, we never heard nothing. We just picked up the pieces afterwards. Oh no, we didn't even see who done it and all that. But really, he was all in on it. But no, that's the best I can do on his status and his situation right now, his privileges, and can he be got at? There is always a possibility, but it could only come in that way, unless he was being escorted to a van and court and all that. But they know the high profile, the high risk situation there, because it could cause a bloody riot, couldn't it, with other inmates if they get a chance to see him, if you get what I mean. So I hope I broke that down all right. But I'll be up later. There's some dramatic news coming in about prison spaces. Uncle Yami's going to let you know later on.